Hi everybody, it's Tracy Lewin and
Peter Murray. Good morning, Tracy.
Hi Peter, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very, very well, thank you.
Fantastic. Well,
yourself?
Yes, you were saying?
No, I was saying, how are you doing?
No, I'm doing very, very well. I'm just a bit hot at the moment. I'm sitting outside on the patio in Dubai, and it is rather warm, I must say. There's no aircon outside.
You said that the temperature now starts going up into the 40s and even sometimes some days to the 50s. Is that true?
Yes, and apparently, in about July, there's no way that you can even go out at night. Well, you can go out, but you can't sit outside in the garden at night. So, I don't know what that feels like. But
if you say that, is it hotter in the evening than during the day?
No, it's not. It's just that in the evening when you want to sit outside and relax in the garden.
Oh, I see.
It's just that it's you can't actually do that. But the good thing is that obviously the country is very, very geared up for keeping everything cool, and I must say they have super savings when it comes to heating your water in your homes and buildings, because they don't need heaters. I mean, they don't need geysers.
Oh, really?
Anyway. Enough of the heat, but talk about, well, actually, let's talk about heat. I mean, Bitcoin is hotting up. Peter, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. You said Bitcoin is hotting up, and I'm waiting for you to come with a punchline.
You were supposed to say, yes, it's hotting up, but it's not hot yet.
It's hotting up. It's hotting up. Everything is hot.
Well, you know what? Yesterday we launched our BitMedia blog, and we've had phenomenal response. So exciting.
Yeah, and we've got some exciting things going on, and I would, I want people to go to the blog, because what we're doing is on the posts on your blog, you'll find under some posts you'll find this little image that you see here with the Bitcoin and the gift wrap, the red gift wrap, and if you read next to it, it will tell you how much Satoshi you can win to leave a comment below the blog post. And we have already had a few winners, and people are loving this, and are really keen to leave comments. So go there, leave comments. We'll also have a draw where anybody that leaves a comment are eligible to win a prize every week. So make sure you comment on your blog. And of course, we've got wonderful content, that are interesting and that are really, relevant at this time. And I also want to announce that we're going to put this video in a blog post in our blog. And I'm going to, at the end of this video, I'm going to give a secret code. And the first person that puts that code into comments below the blog will receive 10,000 Satoshi.
Wow. That's fantastic, Peter. Well, I'm quite sure people are they can't wait for that code to come, because, I mean, who's going to say no to free Satoshi?
That is right. So let's go.
Let's go. So let's talk about what was on our Facebook page, our BitMedia Facebook page this week. These and of course there are more posts that are on the page, so go and check it out. These are just a few that we're going to chat about. Mysterious billionaire inventor of Bitcoin expected to reveal his true identity. And guess what? He might not even be Japanese.
I think, one of the major attractions of Bitcoins for consumers and for people from a marketing point of view is the fact that we've got this mysterious inventor. So I'm not very keen for him to come and reveal his identity.
Well, I've just said this before. Wherever you are, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. You have given a gift to the world. It's just an enormous gift to the people. And yeah. So whoever's not involved should definitely be involved.
one of the advantages of the inventor not revealing his identity and not taking part in the discussion is that he has not influenced the way Bitcoin and the developing of the blockchain has been going. If he
Yes.
reveals himself and he starts saying things, we might find that people are starting to listening to him, and that might influence future development. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Yes, exactly. Well, I actually think he's not going to turn up. It might not even be a he, but it might be a group of people. Who knows? Anyway, we'll just keep guessing and we'll keep thanking him, whoever he is. The next thing is WageCan launches euro-based Bitcoin debit card. There's plenty Bitcoin debit cards popping up now, Peter.
Yeah, you can actually, you can have 10 if you want to. So there's just another company where you can ask your company to pay your salary in Bitcoins. And then you get a debit card that's linked to your Bitcoin account, and you can use it in euros. So I'm using another company called Bitwala. I've got a debit card from them, and so this is a area that's developing fast and very keen consumer adoption.
Absolutely. Here's another one. Rise of internet enables Bitcoin to compete with fiat, researchers find. I thought that was a no-brainer.
I think researchers always they're doing research about things that's happened long time ago. So yeah, it is a bit of a no-brainer. It's old news, but it's true. So that's why it's coming out now. And as bandwidth and things expand more, Bitcoin is just going to become more and more popular.
Yes, exactly.
Because everything happens faster on the internet, as it expands.
Exactly. I mean, email. Back in the day when people used to actually post a letter, put it onto a ship. A ship used to take forever to get to another country. Then it gets delivered. Then it comes. Then the person answers. By the time, by the time the reply to the letter comes, it's months down the track. Now it's instant.
Well, the thing is it's important that you mention that, because people don't realize this. People email, when we send our first emails, it could take a few minutes before that email went through, or maybe 10 or 15 minutes sometimes if there was. And then when you started attaching the documents, those documents could take an hour to go through. Now everything happens in a split second. If you don't get your email immediately, you're upset.
Exactly.
And Bitcoin is going to be exactly the same. And I think this is important that people realize this, Tracy, because people somehow have decided to give Bitcoin a personality, as if Bitcoin is a person or a company or a thing. But actually, Bitcoin, just like email, is just another internet tool. It's just another internet program, just the same as email, that people will keep on using and using and using. Bitcoin can't do things. Bitcoin doesn't have a personality. If people if somebody sends you an email and slanders you or says something bad about you, it's not email's fault. It's like, or somebody used their telephone to call you and to make a scathing remark. It's not the telephone's fault. It's the person that did it. With Bitcoin, everything bad that happens, people tend to go back to Bitcoin instead of the people that did the stuff, which is crazy because it's exactly the same. Bitcoin is a technology tool. It's not something with a personality. And it's really just like email is a part of the internet. Bitcoin is also a part of the internet. And I think as more and more people realize that, these things will disappear.
Yes, exactly. The next headline, big businesses hoping to use Bitcoin technology. Believe it or not, this is about saving paper.
Yes, I've heard this paper saving story before. Remember the paperless office?
Yes.
And since they talked about that, paper usage has gone through the roof because people find more ways to use paper all the time. But the fact is, big businesses are using Bitcoin technology already, and all big businesses that I know of are looking at blockchain and how it can be used, and because it's a money saver, and it's
Yes.
not only it increases productivity.
Correct. Correct. Okay, so how about one of these new electric cars? how I pre-ordered a Tesla Model 3 with Bitcoin, and that's not me, by the way. I mean, it should be me.
Oh, are you not buying? Are you not buying the Tesla Model 3, Tracy?
No, no, no. This is not me. I thought it might be you.
Now I saw this thing, and this the guy explaining how he bought his Tesla. But the thing is, the main thing is, it's just an interesting story showing that you can, like a guy said, they asked him a question. One of the Bitcoin, initial Bitcoin guys that were talking about Bitcoin since 2010. They interviewed him the other day, and they asked him, what can you buy with Bitcoin? And he said, the answer now is not what can you buy with Bitcoin. The question is what can you not buy with Bitcoin?
Yes.
Because really, with the debit cards and everything attached to it, and also all the places that accept Bitcoin, you can use your wallet. There's really nothing that you can't purchase with Bitcoin anymore. I mean, in Europe, in the UK, you can now, with these WageCan and Bitwala, you can actually pay your council taxes, you can pay your TV license, you can pay you can even, you can pay anything with Bitcoin.
Exactly. So, if you haven't got one of these wallets and you haven't got Bitcoin in it, and cards, it's time to get going, hey, because you can spend. And, at this point in time, I must say, I don't really like to spend too much. So I'm kind of hanging on to my Bitcoin.
Well, hang on. The price rise is coming.
Yes. All right. Another interesting one, with all the drama around the Panama Papers, that explosion that happened last week, how blockchain could be used to make trusts more transparent. So, Peter, yeah, I mean, you've been involved in setting up trusts and this type of thing. So what are your thoughts?
Sorry, this is an interesting story because the Panama Papers now have, highlighted how many people are hiding money, and how many prominent people are hiding money. And the reason why this happens is because the trusts originated, I think, somewhere in the Middle Ages when people went to war. They wanted to put their estates into a safe place. Should something happen to them, so that it can go to their children and stuff like that. So that's how it started to develop, and it's a fairly complex legal structure. But with smart contracts in the blockchain, you can actually set up trusts on the blockchain, where you can get all the advantages and all the things that a trust are set up to do. But you can also have transparency because nobody can go and change anything once it's set up.
Right. No, fantastic.
I think that's a huge application for any type of complex legal structure, or it's not only trust, but all kinds of companies and legal structures, partnerships. You'll see all of this coming out. I can see investment funds that are structured on the blockchain coming up very shortly.
Yes, absolutely. The next one is Microsoft adds distributed storage blockchain to Azure. Microsoft seems to be getting involved in everything. They're pretty prominent in the Bitcoin, certainly in the blockchain space. So I even see Microsoft involved here in Dubai with all the smart cities.
Yeah, I mean, look, Microsoft is so much more than Windows, and has been that for a number of years. I mean, and they are very good adapters of new technology. As you know, Microsoft is the biggest corporate investor in Facebook, and they own a bunch of technology businesses. Microsoft has actually changed into a technology investment business.
Yes. Well, now they've got a Microsoft blockchain as a service offering. So, yeah, interesting to see how that's going to go along. But no doubt, very well.
Microsoft is in a perfect position to provide blockchain software.
Yes.
That's the new thing.
Exactly.
Windows on the blockchain. Let's see if that happens.
Yeah. Yes.
Because I've seen that there's actually now a blockchain. I'm talking about that. There's a blockchain internet browser that somebody launched that doesn't have any ads. That has an inbuilt ad blocker. So, that's going to be interesting to see how that develops. But you can you can put browsers on the blockchain. You can actually put you can build a new internet just on the blockchain if you wanted to.
Yes, exactly. Amazing, amazing, amazing what's coming out. I mean, honestly, the creative juices are certainly flowing.
Yeah.
Okay, Japan is another, is a country that seems to be leading the charge as well. Japan's financial regulator to discuss blockchain market applications. I mean, they are, it says here, the development of fintech such as blockchain technology is now rapidly emerging. Important topic for market participants to address intentionally. Discussion also needs to be held onto what kind of solutions we should prepare in order to enhance the competitiveness of our markets. The East is definitely, Far East is definitely taking the lead on a lot of these things.
Yeah, I mean, the Japanese is very, they early adopters of any new technology, so this is very interesting. Tracy, while we are talking about the regulators, I want to actually talk about our secret code for the prize.
Yes.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to give the whole code in one shot because I want people to watch the whole video to get the code. So what I'm going to do is the code is 5 digits. So now I'm going to give the first 2 digits for the code. The first 2 digits is 1, 2. So you have to go and get the other 3 digits as well. I'll mention that a little bit later. But the first 2 digits are 1, 2. And the first person to go to the blog post where this video is posted on bitmedia.org and comment in the comments, post the whole code, will receive 10,000 Satoshi.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you, Peter. So Donald Trump is in the news a lot, and he spoke about that Mexican wall he wants to build, and he wants the Mexicans to actually build the wall. You've heard about that story, Peter?
Yes.
So now he's saying that here's an article: how Bitcoin will smash Donald Trump's Mexican remittance wall. Because you know what he wants? He's talking about blocking the flow of remittance funds from the States to Mexico. And wants to cut off that resource so that the Mexican government will agree to pay for the wall. Actually, look here, the reported cost of the wall, $10 to $12 billion. But of course, Bitcoin can change that.
I wonder what it will cost to dig a tunnel under the wall.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't see this wall ever happening, and the fact is, the other guy, Ted Cruz, he's also talking about the same wall. So if the Republicans win the election, there's going to be, we'll see if they actually put up a wall. But the way it goes now, I don't think none of this will ever happen. But it's an interesting article in any case, and a bit of fun.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Who knows? As you said the other day, maybe the Chinese are going to go and build that wall. Maybe he's going to employ the Chinese.
What's more interesting and talking about walls and buildings and stuff like that, and it's just something that's got nothing to do with Bitcoin, but I see they're building a massive bridge between Saudi Arabia and Egypt. That's going to be quite interesting. That's going to be a overland link between the two countries.
Oh, very interesting. I'll do some research. Thanks for that, Peter. Okay, another one. Blockchain investment fund seeks $100 million from major banks. And it's a new investment fund that's trying to raise this amount of money over the next couple of years to invest, to fuel investments in the blockchain space. I mean, people are, big companies, even countries, are throwing huge money into blockchain development.
The investment funds are getting involved, and once the hedge funds get involved, in the hedge fund space, $100 million sounds like isn't a lot of money. Big hedge funds run into the billions. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. And just more and more stories of people that are investing in blockchain.
Peter, are you there? I just lost you for a minute.
I'm here. I'm saying that it's just more and more people investing in blockchain and in Bitcoin.
Yes.
And the smart money is investing in Bitcoin. So if you're not investing in Bitcoin, you're out of the loop.
Yes.
And and these guys are investing in real Bitcoin businesses. So that's what you need to look for if you want to look for Bitcoin investment. And while we're talking about Bitcoin investment, guys, don't just get involved with anything. If it's important to make sure that when you get involved with Bitcoin or Bitcoin investment, that you do proper homework. Because with everything, there are good investments and bad investments, and don't just run into the first thing that comes along just because you hear the word Bitcoin. A lot of things out there are not even involved with Bitcoin. They just use the word to get money. So do your due diligence before you do anything. I just wanted to mention that.
Yes, absolutely. Very important. This is just another voice to the, saying that the blockchain is working. So CFTC Commissioner, credit default swap test proves merit of blockchain. And the CFTC is the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. So just another tick.
Yes, and I think we said it 2 or 3 weeks ago. A lot of this blockchain development are things that are starting in development now. It's not even applications that are running yet. Once this application starts running, it's going to put a fire under the Bitcoin demand, because for every application that runs, we need for the blockchain to operate, the blockchain needs Bitcoin to operate. So it's going to be interesting to see. That's going to put a fire onto Bitcoin usage and Bitcoin adoption.
Yes, exactly. Okay, MUFG building blockchain proof of concept for promissory notes. And this is, funny enough, Japan again.
Same thing as same thing as the CFTC story, and also the same concept as smart contracting. This whole concept of smart contracting on the blockchain is a very, very good idea, and it's going to take off.
Excellent. And
Because, sorry, Tracy, I just want to say something. Big thing about contracts is enforcement. If I sign a contract with you, both parties need some way to ensure that if I rent a house from you, I've got to make sure you pay your rent every month, and you've got to make sure that the house is in good order. But if we put it on the blockchain, we can actually put the Bitcoins in escrow, and every month the rent just goes off or whatever. There doesn't have to be an argument about the contract, because the terms and conditions of the contract can be written into the blockchain, and the blockchain decides by certain things that are ticked whether those terms and conditions are met or not.
yes, excellent. Okay, Airbnb Acqui hires change tip staff, but code still for sale. So there was a company that it was a Bitcoin tipping service called Change Tip, and now these guys have moved over to the travel startup Airbnb. Airbnb is definitely a trailblazer.
Well, the main thing is they're buying the staff because they need people. They're not really what the article really says is that they're not interested in what this other company were doing.
No.
They were more interested in getting the talent to develop their own stuff. And there's already I'm following the job market a little bit to see what the developments are in the Bitcoin space. And Bitcoin developers in the UK are now getting between junior developer will get between 50 and 70,000 pounds a year. A senior Bitcoin blockchain developer can get up to 100,000 pounds a year. And the same thing applies in Switzerland. There are good jobs out there for people getting involved in this space. And there's a shortage of people. So you're going to find more stories like this where companies actually go buy another company, not because they want the business, but because they want the people. So, if you're looking to start a new career, it's not a bad idea to go and educate yourself as a blockchain developer.
Yes, exactly. And there are there are universities that are doing courses. So it is, you know, it's definitely going to be out there. It's going to develop as we go along. Every single year we're going to see new things coming through in terms of education.
Well, if you think about it, you know, if you're a senior blockchain developer, you're already going to earn more than somebody with an accounting degree.
Yes, excellent. So because we just spoke about Airbnb, I thought it was relevant to put this slide up. 5 successful unrelated businesses with exciting commonality. So firstly, Bitcoin, the world's biggest bank with no actual cash. Facebook, the world's popular media owner that creates no content. You know, we just create all the content there. Airbnb, the world's largest accommodation provider, has no real estate. Alibaba is the world's most valuable retailer, holds no inventory. And Uber, the world's largest taxi company that owns no vehicles. What do you say about that? This is clever thinking.
That's very interesting. The only difference between all of those is that Bitcoin is the only one that's not owned by anybody. But because yes, Bitcoin is not a company, Bitcoin is a technology, like we said, like email, where the others are actually businesses.
Yes, right there, Peter.
But yeah, that's very interesting. And yeah, I can't wait to see how this whole space develops. Well, anyway, Tracy, I want to give us the last 3 digits of the code. Now, if you came to this part and you haven't found the first 2 digits, you need to go back into the video. These 5 digits will help you to win a prize when you go to our blog post at bit-media.org. And go look for this blog post that has this video in it. And if you copy into the comment, you're the first person to comment the 5 digits that we've mentioned in this video, you will win 10,000 Satoshi. So the last 3 digits are 987. 987. So we'll hop over to our blog. We'll have this video embedded in the blog. Win a prize of 10,000 Satoshi.
Fantastic, Peter. Okay, well, I'll see you soon and chat to you soon, Peter. And of course, next week we'll be doing a Bitcoin news review again on Thursday. So until then, cheerio. Have a fantastic Bitcoin week.
You too, Tracy, and thank you very much. And cool off in Dubai.
Yes. In fact, you know what? I'm sitting here and this beautiful Persian cat that's next to me is scratching to get inside. He cannot wait to get into the aircon as well.
There you go.
All right, cheerio then. Bye.
Bye. Bye.